Hey, good evening. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Trying to get it together on the first day of the year, first meeting of the year. And okay, it's taking a minute, y'all. So let me get it together. It kicked me out, so now I come back into my own thing. Go figure. There we go. All right, there we go. All right. So, Brand, good to see you. So, Brand, you only come on when I have this great guest on. John, good to see you. Alicia, good to see you. Still giving you some love. Picola, good to see you. Lynn, how are you? Good to see Jean Coleman on. Happy New Year. Linda Kelly, good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Glad that you are on with us as well. Let me see. Good to see Zelphia on as well. Glenda Jones, who's back in our good graces, she's on. Mardell, happy first Friday of 2023. I did see you on Monday. Good to see you, Alexander. Thank you for joining us. Jacqueline Stokes is here with us. And Cassandra and Chris Clemens are with us. Now, is it Chris with us or is it Cassandra with us? Tell me which one. This whole, man and woman hook one. I need to know who I'm talking to. So is it Cassandra or is it Chris? Andrea Lynn Hargrove, good to see you. Lydia, good to see you as well. Gloria, hello, good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brent, happy New Year to you. Jay T, good to see you. Thank you for joining us from Los Angeles. Aunt Ollie is on with us as well. Regina Young is on with us. Perlette, good evening. Good to see you. Good to see my sister, Baby. Happy New Year to you. Barbara Dolores, good to see you as well. Angela Benton, thank you so much for joining us. Annette is on with us. Good to see you. Diana, good to see you. Happy New Year. Aretha is on with us. Joya Dinkins is on, and I'm wondering, is her husband next to her? Yes, he is right next to her. I love how they do that. The whole date night with me involved. It's like the Dinkins date night plus band. So I appreciate that. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you, Brother Richard. Dennis is on with us. Good to see you. So Cassandra is on with us, not Chris. It's Cassandra. Good to see you. Sunshine Tammy, good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Sarah Stevens, Liberty County's finest and Liberty City's finest, is on with us as well. The magnificent Marjorie Young, Carriage Trade PR, is with us. Good to see her. Tia is on with us as well. Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida. Football season is over. Did Reigns win their last game? Are y'all champions or what happened? I don't know what happened. Good to see Mama Charlotte on with us. Thank you so much. Barbara Pinckney is on as well. Natasha has joined us. Wow, all the way from somewhere outside Little Rock, Arkansas. It's just good to see you. Kenja Jones is on with us. Thank you so much for joining us. B. Michelle Robbins, good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Brenda Ponder is on with us. Sabrina Riddle. Whoa. So good to see you, Sabrina. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you on. LaWanda has joined us. Hello, LaWanda. Pastor Felicia, good to see you. Thank you so much. Good to see you as well. Sunshine Tammy saying good New Year to you. Dolores Simmons is on with us. Hey, and Daryl is present and accounted for, so we can proceed. E. Joyce Paris is on with us every single week. I don't think she's missed one. Have you missed any, Joyce? I think every week you've been on. Patricia Johnson is on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sandra Smith. has joined us as well. Ula is on. Thank you for joining us. David Minkowitz is excited because he is the #1 Georgia Bulldog fan. And so on Monday is the national title in Los Angeles. And David and I are going to get together at Savannah City Hall, and we're going to go ahead and show some Savannah pride for the Georgia Bulldogs. Rashawn, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad to have you here. And Cassell, so y'all lost. Who did y'all lose to? So Richard, what had happened was I changed filters. That was cold. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I changed a different filter. We'll talk more about that later. And thank you, Aquila Sparks. Yes, thank you. I'll talk a little bit about that. Andrea Hall Houston, thank you. Happy New Year to you. Patricia is on as well. Felicia Roberts has joined us, and I have had a great week because I made it through the week. So I am very, very happy about that. And I love y'all so much. I have a special gift for y'all today. Yeah, y'all know that, I have to really love y'all to go in hard like we're going to go in hard today. So y'all just stay tuned. But we're going to show y'all a little something in just a minute. So I want to make sure you all get a chance to witness what's going to happen around here today. Linda, thank you for joining us. Hey, Jeff Walker, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us as well. And Kendra, you're retiring in 3 weeks, man. Man, you're just starting, man. Don't let it go yet, man. Stay in there a little while longer. Let's see, Paula Fogarty. Yay. I love Savannah Jazz, and Savannah Jazz is a fixture in the Savannah community. Savannah is a jazz city. And so I had the pleasure of appointing Teddy Adams as our jazz ambassador. And so Paula Fogarty just makes magic happen. For 2 years, we were virtual and hybrid, and last year we were wide open. It was great to see her. So Julia, good to see you as well. Barbara Foster is back in my good graces because I had to see her at church to tell her she had been slipping on Friday Night Live. So she's back in. So come on back in, and we're just going to love on you. Welcome back home, Barbara Foster. Sabrina says, amen. Felicia Cuthbert Chapman is on with us. Good to see you. Thank you so much as well. LaWanda, yes, Dance Savannah. Bad situation out there. I wish that the new owners of the Savannah Mall were giving y'all more time. It's not right, but we'll see what we can do. Ann Delaney, Miss Ann, look, I want you to see this, and I have you to thank for this. Say thank you so much, Miss Aaron. I appreciate that. And as you see, I'm getting good use from it. Happy New Year to Julie as well. And you've been wrestling for 23 years, but I mean, don't let it go yet. As well, Ivania Cummins, good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. The legend himself, Tyrone Hollywood Brown, the legend, is with us as well. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you here. It is Friday Night Live. And as you know, as we do every single Friday, what we do, we get together and, whoever's here is who we roll with. And so I'm just glad. I know there's a lot of things happening tonight, a lot of things I'm trying to get to, and will at some point, we'll figure it all out. So we'll figure it all out. We will figure it all out. But a couple of things we wanted you to do. First of all, we want you to do, as you know, we want you to like the page, right? Like the page. We are a little over 36,000 strong. We want you to be one of them. And so we want you to like the page. That is how you stay locked into what's going on. I don't go live just to, if I go live, there's something going on you need to see. Margie, good to see you. Thank you very much. So the reality is that, you need to go ahead and like the page, make sure that you prioritize it. When we go live, you are able to see it. So, do that. Second thing we want you to do, want you to share the page, share it. We're not selfish with our love. We are not selfish with our love. And then, of course, what we do, we send out love every week to our girl. We've been doing this for quite some time. Tara Strong, hashtag Tara Strong, three green apple hearts, and then the red heart. And then Ivy rolls up in here like this. I am now calling, I'm calling for the teacher. Ivy, where's your teacher? I need Terry Mobley to come in here and help keep Ivy in check. So this is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you think about this, because serious, today is 146 weeks. 146 weeks. What's wrong with us? 146 weeks straight, every single Friday since March of 2020, the first Sunday we were locked down. Good to see Dr. Bonzo Reddick on with us. And I'm hoping, you got something to tell me, hopefully soon. Good to see Mrs. Queen on. I married her and her husband, and they're going to be moving to Savannah. So we're working on that. And so 146 weeks, that's 1,023 days. That is 2 years and 18 days. That's 33 months. Every single Friday, we've been getting together. Every single Friday, no matter who's coming on. And we've been together, and we've lifted each other up, and we've loved on each other, and we've supported each other, because that is what we do. That's what we do up in this piece. It is among the longest relationships, among the largest situationships ever known to man. And so I appreciate all of you joining us every single Friday night, being here with us, being a part of the moment, living in the moment with us. I appreciate you for all that you do. Now, and hey, a couple of things I want to talk about real quick. L. Griffin Kennedy is on with us as well. Then, of course, I'm glad to see Monica Thornton herself, or her Highness is on in here. So we appreciate that. 1,023 days. That is 146 weeks. We've been getting together, and we've been doing this, and people are watching now all over the country. All over the country. And so I'm just so honored. So first thing I wanted to do was to thank all of you. I have been named for the third year in a row one of Georgia's top 100 most influential people in Georgia. Me, named for the third year in a row one of Georgia's 100 most influential people. I owe it to God, I owe it to you, because if I'm not the mayor of the world's greatest city, I don't make that list. And so I appreciate that, because that means that I'm at the table. That means Savannah is at the table. There were only two mayors who made that list. That's myself and Mayor R.J. Dickens of Atlanta. There were only 3 Savannahans who made that list. And little old me made that list, along with people like Stacey Abrams, along with people like Tyler Perry, along with people like John Ossoff, Raphael Warnock, along with people like Nikema Williams, along with people like our governor, along with the president of the Morehouse School of Medicine. It was me. And it was me because of you. Because if I'm there, it means that Savannah will not be left behind. The coast matters, Savannah matters, and you matter. And so I'm glad that, they're giving us our props. I have no delusions of grandeur. I know that if I'm not the mayor of the city that's moving and shaking in Georgia, I would not be there. So I accept it, because I'm the personification of all of you. And I thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm so excited. All rise, because the bishop has entered the room. So all of you, Bishop Jackie Gilbert Grant has joined us. And so we will all be on our best behavior, okay? Because we don't know where the bishop is today, and she might get us right. But yeah, so thank you all so much. I appreciate that. Henrietta, good to see you as well. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Chastity. I appreciate Zelphia. Thank you as well. Dennis, thank you. Hey, Dr. Priscilla Williams, thank you as well. And that is on. Thank you. Thank you, Joyce Paris. Thank you, Mardell. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Renee. And then, of course, the Honorable Gabrielle D. Nelson from the city of Port Wentworth, Georgia, serving big in a big way. Good to see you. You were too busy to talk to me last night, but you were wrangling children, so I understand. Thank you, Sister Barbara and Ms. Bondell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, David and Patricia. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it as well. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sharon, from Midway, Georgia. So it's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year. And ladies and gentlemen, to start a new year, I had to go in hard. I couldn't start weak. I had to be able to go in hard. I had to be able to go in strong. And so I said, I need to get a guest in here that's going to help me start my new year off right. So here we go. Bring my guest on. Ladies and gentlemen, we all love her. And that is our friend, the sociologist herself. This lady is known worldwide. As a matter of fact, I know her from being on airplanes all over the country. I appreciate her for what she means to our community. I appreciate her when she gets up in the morning and tells us a story. I appreciate her because she helps us be who we are. And I'm waiting for her to come up there. Whoa.
Come
ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Bertice Berry. Now, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I got my thing turned up. I can't hear you. Wait a minute. Wait, it may be me. Maybe me.
He writes up all of my.
I think it's me. Hold on. Let me make sure it's not me.
Give me
Wait a minute.
all of my medicine.
Make sure it's not me.
In the room.
It might be me. Hold on. Might be me.
Is you?
Might be me. Might be me.
Come on.
Let me make sure it is not me.
We'll make sure. Come on.
Make sure it is not me. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Jesus is my.
That's what happens when you broke down the entire year.
Writes up all of my.
Whoa. Okay, wait.
Give me
is it me?
all of my medicine.
Where's this cord going?
In the room. Boom.
Oh, it might be me. Wait. Because you're talking, but I know I can't hear you, and so that's not good.
Come on, I'm gonna try another way.
Y'all hold on a minute. Oh,
Jesus is my doctor.
Is that me?
Writes up all of my scriptions.
Why don't I hear you?
Give me all of my medicine. In the room. Boom, 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 boom. Come on.
This
in the room.
To there. Wait a minute.
Come on. In the
room. It is. It's not plugged in. Wait a minute. It's not plugged in. Wait. All right. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
So as I was saying before, come on in the room. Boom, boom, come on in the room. If you know the words and you're sitting in your home, Jesus is my doctor. Writes up all of my scriptions. Give me all of my medicine in the room. It really was funnier when it had sound.
Well, I mean, I had disconnected everything for the year, and then I
No,
realized
no,
I didn't
no,
have.
no, 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 no. I had my good wig on and there was no sound. And like, what's up with that? I had my good wig ready. What? And I had it on backwards just for you. Wow.
And now you
That was
can't get it off.
I got it off. It was stuck on my other fake hair.
Happy New Year, Dr. Berry.
Oh my goodness, happy new year. I'm so happy to see all these beautiful people. I've shared this to my page and I don't know. Yeah, I do see some people from my page in here saying hello. So that is cool. But hopefully when you share it over there, I hope they can comment. I don't know.
They
But
count. I'm looking.
there's like 80,000 people over there. So I don't know what they're doing, but I'm so happy to be here and I'm so proud of you being one of Georgia's finest.
Thank you.
Is there like a sign or a symbol that we should use? Or like, should we just go like this? You know, because I was just thinking the other day.
Now, you have got to stop. We around company.
We're in good company. We're
Right.
in really good company. Hey, Brand. How you
But
doing, Brand?
but
Hi,
you
Anthony
can't.
Duncan.
But you
Hi.
can't. But you can't have me falling out over here. You just can't do that. So, but I'm so glad to have you. I figured I would start the new year strong,
The
and
children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You know what, Van? You know that I don't stay up this late.
I know
So
you do.
when
That's
I'm
why
up
I feel
this
so
late,
special,
I'm a little bit silly. I'm a little bit silly.
which is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I go left when I'm up too late.
I know, and so I knew it was a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to
Terry,
because
I know, right? Patricia said, let's have church. Come on. Let us all go back to the old time way. Oh, let us wait, I got another way. Oh, let us all go back to the old time way. Let us sing, and pray to the old time way. And we're singing, shouting, 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 oh, shouting, oh.
see
I
now
can't even stop myself.
I know you can't stop yourself, and so I wanted you on because obviously um we find ourselves often at a crossroads.
Yes.
The crux, we have in our minds, we've left a year and into a new year,
Yeah.
and for some 2022 was really a good year, but for many it was a bad year, a dangerous year. That people lost things, and so I think, and you've said this oftentimes, that your mindset places you in position for. And so I kind of wanted you to talk about your thoughts about that, and really help set us on the right trajectory for the new year. Some of us walk into the new year the same way we walked out of last year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So the year can't be bad. The time, it's not that the year wasn't bad. We may have had a difficult time, but it wasn't the time that was bad. It was, sometimes we give significance to the time or location. You'll see people, I ain't never going down that street again because the last time I went down that street, something happened. And so the street takes on the significance, or the year takes on the significance, or the day of the week, or a certain time of the day takes on a significance. And we ascribe to it all this bad energy and bad thing, and we can't move through it anymore. Really, what we should be doing is not responding after the fact, but putting into place whatever we can do on a daily basis to kind of shore ourselves up. In ancient times, you would go, if you wanted to seek enlightenment, you go to one of these monasteries way up in the mountains, over the river and through the woods, and climbing every mountain, forge every stream. You had to do all these things to get there. And so when you got there, you were given one question, and the question was, do you have a soul? And if you said yes, they said, go away and come back when you know more. Because the answer is that it's not that you have a soul. You have a body. You are a soul. And
Ah,
so when we talk about self-care, we're usually talking about body care. I go to the gym, I got my hair done, I got my nails done, I'm doing self-care. Self-care is the little kind of tiny thing, 21 grams, some Duncan McDougall in I think 1923, he decided he was going to measure the weight of the soul, and he got some people to volunteer. I mean, I hope they volunteered right before they were dying, and he put them in a chamber, airtight chamber, and he measured their body. He weighed their body right before they died, and then he weighed them right after they died. And he said the difference in the weight after they died was 21 grams. And so, the study has been debunked and things for the methodology, but I like the imagination that he took into measuring the weight of the soul. And that 21 grams is what we should be trying to shore up on a daily basis. So there's three questions I want everybody to begin to ask themselves, either at night or in the morning. Um, who was grateful for me? A lot of times we think about, who am I grateful for? But who was grateful for me? I mean, I asked that question. The first person comes to my mind is my granddaughter. First thing this morning, came down and she had a new little outfit. She said, "Hey, Googie, how you doing? I love you so much." She was grateful for me. I take her to school during the week. Today, my daughter took her because I had some meetings. And after the meetings with those folks, they were grateful for me. Who is grateful for you? And then ask yourself, who and what were you grateful for? Really important question. I see you drinking from the cup with your face on it. The really important question is, if you only had left today, if you woke up today and the only thing that was left around you and in your life were the things you were grateful for the day before, what would you have? Would you
mm,
still have your car? Would I have this computer? Did I give any gratitude to having a computer? I have two computers. Actually, if I count the old ones, there's four of them in here. Would I have any gratitude for all these things while we're constantly trying to get more? And then the third question is, what do I need to remember? Just from this day, not tomorrow. We haven't gone into tomorrow. What do I need to remember from this day? And I know I start working very early in the morning, and this day was filled with all kinds of powerful lessons. And when I start to kind of learn from those things, who was grateful for me, kind of changes and reframes the way I'm looking at my life. And it gives me something to care for, this thing that's called the self, so that you want to care for it before the crisis happens.
right.
I didn't talk about it until the pandemic really out loud. I've I've been living with MS for years, and it's gotten progressively worse physically, but spiritually and mentally, I'm stronger.
Stronger.
And I'm stronger because of who and what I connect with, and how I allow my life to be touched by others, and for my life to touch somebody else. And so if you're not doing something on a daily basis and then something crashes and you have a hard time getting up, it's because self-care doesn't happen after the fact, it happens before.
Mm. So we have a bunch of people on here, and then their moms and their dads and their grandparents. They are people who many I know have known for years, and some I don't. But these are people who, and I think that's been the part of this, because it became intimate enough for us to enjoy each other.
It's a fantastic community.
But the other issue was that, a lot of my friends, these folks that I care about so much, they are drug in so many different directions.
Right.
People are connected to them and they take their energy.
Yeah.
They feel better once a person encountering them feels better after they encounter them, but they feel drained. And so I kind of
Yeah.
want to talk about that as well, about, how do you're not draining yourself so low that at the end of the day, there's nothing left for you.
It's a wonderful question, Mayor. One of the things that I find is that givers, it's I think givers are born. I really do. But takers know their best skill is finding the givers.
Right.
And so, you'll have people who come in and negative comments and have something to say and whatever. Those are takers. And they'll take the energy. And because givers are givers, all we know to do is give. Somebody asks you to volunteer for this, you're like, oh well, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna fit it in. And then you fit in another thing and another thing and another thing. And you can't continue like that. And I know for me, my life is no longer just in person or just online. It's both, which means I have doubled the capacity to work. And so you have to begin to say, what gives me energy? What lights me up? What it- do it's not, do I have the time for this? Is this a good use of my energy? And if the energy of the thing that you're volunteering for doesn't light you up, doesn't give you joy, doesn't give you hope, and they don't take what it is that you've given them and turn it around to use for somebody else, you're in the wrong place. Because the work that we do should feed us.
Right.
And I don't mean financially, I mean it should feed your energy. I probably 80% of the work that I do is not a paying gig.
Right.
Now, my paying gigs are, I got 95,000 of them and I work them hard. But then there's all of this ministry work that you do that doesn't pay financially, but it pays in terms of your energy and in terms of your hope. And when I find myself giving to people who don't take what I give to them, I don't mean things, but the energy that I give to them, if they don't take it and turn around and do something else with it, then I'm casting pearls to swine. And so you will find yourself drained, and then you're angry, you're frustrated. It will cause you to act out in ways that are truly not your nature,
Right.
because you feel used. And I often say to people, it's not a disappointment, it's a misappointment. You've misappointed and misappropriated your energy, your resources, your love. Love is for everybody, but not everybody's ready for your love. Maybe they need somebody else to come along and touch them. Maybe you're just there to plant a seed. But sometimes the givers are not wise in how we give, and we have to be more mindful. I really want you to, if you don't get or listen to any book, listen to Tricia Hersey's book, Rest is Resistance. It's a powerful thing. Powerful, powerful thing. Rest is resistance. And it talks about the power of resting so that you really connect with and commune with God. And you escape into the dreamscape. You begin to create new thoughts and ideas and possibilities that you couldn't do if you weren't resting. So you have to rest, and truly rest, not pass out.
Ah,
Yeah.
now it's interesting you said that now. So
The
let's
teachers don't go to sleep, they pass out.
right. But I think that was even for me. I mean, that a holiday, I mean, I slept for like 8 hours a day. I mean, it was crazy. 8, 9, 10 hours. I mean, and I found myself and it was like, well, maybe I don't know what was going on with me. But it was just like, wow, I needed to be able to kind of reload.
And I record a story every day on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I post a story every day. By sharing those stories, it helps people unlock and see the stories within them. And I read Tricia Hersey's book, and she said one day a week you should detox from social media. Just turn it off completely.
Not on
And
Fridays,
not on Fridays. No, not on Fridays.
not at 8 o'clock.
No. But keep in mind, I'm sharing every single morning, and I'm usually posting by 5:30 a.m. every morning. And people all over the world are listening, paying attention. And so I decided, okay, Saturday is going to be the day that I come off. And people, some folks were like, well, how you gonna do that? And it's not all bad. I mean, there's some good in here. I'm like, I'm trying to be the good in here. But we all need to restore.
Right.
We need to be renewed. And the renewing of your mind doesn't just happen during Lent or during New Year's Eve, or it happens on a daily basis, and it has to happen on a daily basis. So that 8 hours of rest, they're starting to associate all kinds of illnesses and disease in later years because people didn't rest when they were younger. And I don't want to be somewhere, immobile, totally not connected to anything because I refuse to rest. Grind culture is not our friend. We act like it is. We invented it, but it was invented on us.
So so we found ourselves really and I mean I agree with you. I mean, obviously, people don't realize they get with me on Fridays. I'm grateful for them.
Yes.
I am grateful for them.
It's
Um,
powerful.
it is because we've created this community. I mean, I don't know if you could believe it's been 146 weeks.
Oh, I can believe it
Um,
because
you know,
I started doing these stories every day at the beginning of the pandemic. So it's been over 3 years.
right.
But you're the mayor of a city. And
That's
every Friday, you're gathering with any of the citizens of the city and whoever they share it with. And you don't see the pages that they're sharing it to. They're sharing it out to all their friends. They're sharing it. And that's a lot because that becomes some more. And so another reason why you have to rest, because then you're carrying, what everybody else is feeling and saying and thinking and doing. All of us are trying to get back to something. But really, what I want to get back to is who I would have been before the abuse and the discrimination and the poverty and all those things that happened to me as a child that said, you can't do this or you can't do that. I want to get back to what God said I deserve.
mm,
And we can't do that if we're not resting, if we're running after every shiny thing, if we're trying to see and be seen, if we're copying what everybody else is doing. We can't get to all that's within us and all that we're made for. We can't even begin to see it.
well, now that you say that, because I mean, it's just me and you talking, right? Right? You and I, right?
Could be some other people in here.
Well, because I know people who they they spend money they don't have. They buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people that they don't like and
To
don't like.
impress people who don't like them.
They go and they'll buy food that they don't eat. I've seen people take pictures of other people's food so they can post it. This is what I'm having for dinner. They going on vacations they can't afford just to be able to say this is where I am. I mean, it's just like, it's like it must take a whole lot of energy
Yeah.
to be someone else.
Nothing takes more energy from you than trying to be somebody else. Nothing. Nothing zaps your whole being than trying to look like, sound like, act like even the old version of you.
Mm.
Pre-MS, I could walk 10 miles a day. My six pack had a six pack. My daughter said, you still got a six pack. It's just in a cooler.
Oh,
But trying to look back at what I used to be doesn't get me to where I want to go.
right.
And you can't be who you need to be, not liking who you are. You ever try to hire somebody and say, look, I don't like you, but we're going to work together? It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. And so we walk around hating ourselves, trying to be like somebody who doesn't like their self.
Right.
And it's madness. It's utter madness. But when you begin to find who you are and be who you are and express who you are and enjoy it, it is total peace. It is total peace. And, you know, I was this kid growing up in poverty, being told that I was ugly, that I would never amount to anything, that you ain't this and you ain't that. And it was people who didn't like who they were.
Right.
And when those voices were kind of shut out and I got to be who I am, then that constantly expands and constantly grows and it constantly evolves and it's ever changing and it's beautiful because it's all me.
Right.
So yeah, when you choose to stop, you like the voice in your head that's the enemy, that person that you think is, they always saying this, they always saying it. When you get rid of the enemy in your head, which sounds a lot like you, who tells you you're not good enough and you don't deserve this and you ain't nothing, but you ain't never gonna be nothing, you ain't worthy, you ain't never gonna be worthy. When we get rid of that voice, we begin to evolve. But that again, who was grateful for you? Because we don't count the gratitude of others. The gratitude of others helps us clean our own filter.
So what do you say for people? I mean, and I actually, what you said made me jump back. Um, there are people on here who are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders.
Mhm.
Um,
Put it down.
right.
Put it
Well,
down.
yeah.
Put it down. It's a daily thing where you decide. And honestly, the thing that has been the most amazing to me is sharing my own stories, because in sharing my stories, it opens up a story in somebody else. And I shared a story when I first started about being a kid cleaning a bank in Wilmington, Delaware, where I grew up. And I cleaned houses in the morning before school, and I would clean this bank after school. Well, the bank didn't close until 6. And so that means you couldn't come in until 7, which meant that I got out of school at 3. I would go to the library, get all my work done. The library was right next to the bank. I'd do all my work, read some stuff. I'd go down in the basement, microfilm and microfiche, which it was a long time ago. And I would dream about the house that I would have one day. And I would dream about the clothes that I would have one day. And I'd look at all these beautiful designers and all their wonderful clothes. And I'd look at all these houses. And one day I have it, but I'm just cleaning. And I'd go across the street to that bank and I'd clean and scrub and clean and scrub. And, one day I was just like, this is going to be me for the rest of my life. And I may as well try to enjoy it. I got to find some kind of way to enjoy it. One day, I asked one of the women on the street corner, um, what do you do to make a house really shine so that, I had to catch the bus back and forth and there were always cleaners there. And I asked her, what do you do to make a house work? So I'm cleaning the banks and I'm cleaning the houses. And the woman said, always clean the lights. I said, ma'am? She said, little girl, always clean the lights. I said, ma'am? She said, when you come in the house, there's a big old vestibule. There's a light up there. There ain't nobody clean that light. It got chandeliers. It's all pretty. Ain't nobody ever clean that light. Get you a ladder. Get up there. Clean that light. And they will always ask you back. And what happened was when I cleaned the light, I had already cleaned the house, but then I cleaned the light and it made the house shine brighter. And the whole house was like, woo. And the man came out, was like, what happened? This little girl did all of this. I'm 13 years old. And the wife was like, oh my goodness, can you come back? And the husband's like, give her extra money. And they're like, what did you do? I didn't tell him. I cleaned the light. The light was shining on everything else, all the other work that I had been doing. I don't clean houses anymore. I have somebody to come clean mine. But I have never forgotten that, because we have a light within us. And we go about cleaning the baseboards, doing the this, doing the that, but we never take care of the light. And the light within us has to be cared for. It has to be nurtured. How do you do it? Friday Night Live. Coming together on Friday Night Live, iron sharpens iron, coming together in community with like-minded people, sharing your hopes and dreams and the things that are going on. I wrote down Joyce's name, who's been with you since the very beginning. When my book, Black World, gets here, she's going to get a copy of it, because for somebody to be that kind of dedicated, that kind of thing cleans your light. You have to make sure the things that you put in you, resonate and reflect what God wants you to be. You got to drink water, which is why you got that cup with your own face on it, drinking from your own face.
And it's water in it.
I know it's water in it. And you drink it from your own face with a metal straw that's not going to pollute our planet, which is another thing that's fabulous.
Thanks, Angelini.
All these little things that we do to clean the light within us. It sounds crazy. But when I tell that story, you all stories come up. And you have to allow your stories, the things that you've forgotten and didn't face and didn't see properly. When I began to share these stories, I got to see my own mother again. And I got to see her in a light that I didn't see her in. I got to see her in the light up against what it was that she had gone through. I'd come home complaining about something. And she said, baby, I know. I grew up next door to the whipping post. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. And we start to see and understand who we are, not only on our own, but with one another. We have to clean the light, and you do it on a daily basis. And then you get to the part where, you start to feel it, it kicks in. But that's how you're putting it down. And then don't go back for it. Once you put down that thing, the other thing that cleans the light is forgiveness. You have to wait till somebody asks you to forgive them. Forgive them. And then don't go pick it up. This one woman told me everything she did. I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, hey, don't tell me no more, because I'm starting to get mad for something that happened 10 years ago. Don't tell me no more. But she was like, well, can we be friends now? And I was like, no, we can't. I don't need to do that. You are forgiven. But now go walk in your repentance. Sometimes we're picking up the very things that pulled us down, and then we blame it.
So you say I should forgive Laura for sneaking into Friday Night Live late?
You there's no reason to forgive Laura, because Laura came into Friday Night Live.
But she was late, and Laura knows we don't play that.
And why wouldn't you play that? Because you don't know what Laura had to do. That's the other thing. Put down
Laura was sleeping. Laura was sleeping.
Put down the need to tell somebody else's story for them.
Laura, weren't you sleeping?
You don't know what Laura was doing. And if she was sleeping, rest is resistance. Remember, she needed it.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So put down the need to. I walked in the room and they were looking at me like I didn't belong there. I don't know what they're thinking. All of that burden I'm taking on. And all of them people, they looked at me and they were like, I'm a Borgia and you a Cumia. And I'm taking on all that.
Oh, you've heard that before too?
Oh my God. When I first moved here 9,000 years ago, I was told that I wasn't a Borgia, that I was a Cumia.
Yeah.
And I told them what my mother told me. I'm Black. My people built this country. Everywhere I go in it, it's mine.
Well,
and anywhere in the world, because somebody who looks like me or was oppressed like me built it. So if you built it, then you are the rightful heir.
Right.
So especially when you plant your life in a place and you seek and you serve to make it better, you don't get. And the other part of this is, why in the world would Black people stratify and divide ourselves based on another thing? I did the first study on colorism, and the ways that we divide ourselves is amazing. And so I was not going to be nobody's Cumia.
I was told, and then just for those of you that don't know what that means, that there are different classes of people who come here. You come to Savannah. There are people who were born here. And I used to tell people,
some are stuck here.
Yeah, there. And I said, hey, I chose here, and I'm gonna be here till I die here.
That's right.
Unless I want to leave here first. It was just so crazy that people would say that kind of
it's another way that we think that there's only one pie. It's called zero sum.
Right.
Zero sum. We all become economists. It's like, well, if you come here and Masa only gave us 20% of the pie, then you gonna take some, and I ain't gonna have no more. As my mother would say, bake another pie.
Right.
Nobody knew the technology industry was going to be a pie when I was growing up. Nobody knew that Hyundai was coming here, that all these pies that are coming to this great city, and we stand around dividing and conquering while somebody else is with the whole cake factory, while we're fighting over crumbs and acting like there's not enough. We have to stop.
Well, and glad to see Hermina Glass Hill, who is like the beast of.
He is the preeminent Susie King Taylor scholar in the nation, in the world.
I'm gonna have to get her on here as well.
She's brilliant. She's absolutely.
You think you could talk to her?
And Binyas. Listen,
you think
Hermina Glass Hill, you are Atlanteans. Yes. You a midway.
Or maybe you could talk to her. Maybe you could convince her to come on
She's
Friday.
an oceaner. She's an oceaner. She's an oceaner. she, she's a, she's also an oceanographer,
Yeah,
and and look at Molly Lieberman. She's a Lieberman.
oh, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker. Debbie Williams Walker. She has panic attacks when I don't call her name. So
Oh
good.
my goodness, Debbie Williams Walker. I'm gonna say your name too. Say my name. Say my name. Wait. I think I got a wig for that.
Uh-oh.
Say my name, say my name. You looking kind of crazy, acting like my baby. Say my name, say my name. Sorry, man, are you cracking up? I'm gonna just stay like this for the rest of the night now. Just
Always, always.
Debbie Williams
So
Walker.
I
You
mentioned
will
earlier.
always say your name, Debbie Williams Walker. Mayor Debbie Williams Walker. I like that, Mayor Debbie Williams Walker. Praise the Lord. I want to praise the Lord for everybody here tonight. I want to praise the Lord for everybody in the building. I want to praise the Lord for Mayor Debbie Williams Walker. I want to thank God for saving me, sanctifying me, filling me with the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues as the Spirit gives utterance. As Mayor Debbie Williams Walker would say, praise God.
See, it's getting closer to bedtime, and see, we have to get her to sleep because
Past my bedtime.
this
You all already know that it's way past my bedtime.
because this thing could get really, really dangerous. But I did want to ask you, Dr. Berry,
Yes.
I posted something, and don't question who God removes from your life because he heard conversations that you did not hear. The importance of circles and who you have in your circle. Jesus chose his circle. And I know that your circle is immensely small. I mean, you know, that sometimes some of our issues are caused by people that are in our circles.
Well, let me say it this way. I think, I wake up at the end of every one of my stories. I say I love you, and
Right.
people say to me, "How can you love people you don't even know?" And I said, "You just answered your own question." I said, "I can love you. I don't know you." It is so much easier to love, to just love. Right? I walk in a room like a 6-year-old at a birthday party. You know how 60-year-old come to the birthday party? They think the party's for them.
Right.
It's every 6-year-old at their birthday party. They give presents to all of them. They all of them get to play the stuff. Everybody gets cake. If you approach your life with trust and love, and actually, I don't even worry about the whole, is it going to be a safe environment? Make it a loving environment. Now, but when you are that loving kind of person, a lot of people not going to want to be around you. I'm kind of boring. I'm kind of nerdy. I like documentaries. I used to do a thing at my house before the pandemic, dinner and a doc. It was dinner and documentary. And we would sit and have dinner, homemade meal, and discuss the documentary while we watched it. That's a nerdy group of people showing up for that. You're not going to have, if you really are being fully who you are, not everybody's going to run for that party where you're working on your inner self. Because that's what this requires, that we work on ourselves daily. And we're given the Holy Spirit to do that with, right? So daily I'm working on myself. Not everybody's coming to that party. What are you doing today? I'm going to church. You want to come with me? Nah, I see you later. so that way your inner circle is not going to be everybody trying to be in it. And you're not worried about people who wake up gossiping. I know Dr. Hermina Glass Hill, we have fellowship often in the morning and we pray the daily office. And then we talk about historical ideas and things. And then, I may have a call with one of my sisters who's up early in the morning. And for us, politics is sport. And so that we'll have a rundown on the politics and well, this should happen and this, and this. And not many people are really trying to come to that party. Again, when you raise your vibration, a whole lot of people are not going to want to hang out with that. I call my sister Bryn. Bryn, what you doing? I'm going to south of France. You want to come? Bryn's like, I'm in. There's no standing around debating. What are you doing? What are we going to stay? What are we going to have? What are we going to eat? I can't even do that. But if you start working on your inner self, the people who want to be around you are people who are working on their inner self. A lot of times we do this and say, you all are causing me to stumble, but you're attracting to you what you're not willing to work out.
Well, but I mean, you didn't invite me to go to the France. You called me.
I did invite you.
No, ma'am. You called me in the morning and sing to me.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
You called me in the morning. You called me singing.
Oh, the man touched me. Oh, he touched me. And all the joys that fill my heart.
And this is what happens. And then, here comes the wig.
I know, he touched me and made me whole. Hallelujah.
Always good to see Miss Sadie Campbell on. She is the senior member of Friday Night Live. Always good to have.
I saw her come in. She loves this song. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I love her too, and I want to thank you, Dr. Bertice Berry.
Hey, Robin Riley.
I don't take your time for granted, because your time is.
I don't even know how you have time for people, but this is why let me say something about you. This is how I met our illustrious mayor. And I was in the airport and my flight wasn't going to go. That I didn't have a seat on the plane. I had been bumped from another flight to come in, and I was trying to get home earlier because the storm was coming, everything was going. And Mayor Van Johnson, who wasn't the mayor then, stood up and said, give her my seat. Give her my seat on the plane. And it turned out that we both were able to get on that flight. But I was like, who is this young man giving me his seat? And then I watched him during hurricane evacuations and things. And you're somewhere away and you're hunkered down, and we all evacuate, but he would still be here getting the last person on the last bus, hunkered down somewhere, making sure things were okay. And then after the storm, he's going around checking things. He was walking through sewage water. And people were, typing in, can you go check on Big Mama? She lives at blah, 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 blah. He was like, okay, what's the address? And he was walking all in the water, going in and checking. I was like, what do you get out of that water and get back in your car? He was checking on dogs, people who were left behind, checking on everything. And sometimes folks forget how you serve and how you got us here. We like to pick apart things that we think we don't like, that didn't happen right for us. But you have always been there serving us in every capacity, in every way. You weren't even the mayor. The mayor was gone with his family, and you were still here making sure everybody else's family was okay. And to me, that was just such a true servant leader and a true light. And I don't care what time of night it is. If you ask me to get up and do anything, I'm gonna get up and give my seat or my bed or whatever it is to participate, because you don't do no junk, and you do everything with excellence, and you seek to serve God. And I'm just blessed to call you my brother. I'm so blessed to call you my brother, and to know that you are our mayor, because our city is shining through you and because of you. And I'm so grateful.
Well, thank you. And you don't mess me up. So, at the risk of this, would you go ahead and close us out tonight with a song?
Ooh, okay, yeah. Which song? Tell me.
Whatever your heart leads us, whatever your heart leads to,
Okay. Oh my gosh. I think I sang If You Believe the last time. And I think I sang it because you asked me to.
You can sing that again, whatever you want to sing. This is, I mean, to set the pace for 2023.
Okay. You cannot change the world you see till change begins with you and me. We change the world around us when the change begins with you. Patiently, courageously, you are the change we need to see. So let the change begin. Let the change begin. Let the change begin. We
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Two things I want you to do before we call it a night. Every morning you tell a story. I want to make sure we get that in the chat so everybody can
yeah, just come to Dr. Bertice Berry.
It is life-changing, y'all. I mean, every morning, and she has taught me to start telling stories because we all have stories. And
Jesus
in us
is my doctor, writes up all my scriptions.
See,
give me all of my medicine in the room.
I'm getting ready to get in here and drop this in. I have to find, is Cecil anywhere around?
Cecil is not around. Cecil is upstairs trying to hide.
Because she thinks you might call her. And
she knows you will call her.
Well, I need to do this. You have a new book coming out.
I do.
And I have read some of this book, and go ahead and just tell us a little bit. And I know pre-orders are out now, so yeah. I'm going to put I'm gonna put your page in there for stories, but I'm gonna find the pre-orders for your newest book. Yes,
Black World is fire. I love this book so much. I'm really happy. It starts at Evo Landing and ends up back here. But Black World is a place in a corner of heaven where the living and the dead can go to converse, to create the best that we can be. And I love this book.
And how many books have you written already?
I've published 13 books, and I've ghostwritten 30.
So that's 33?
No,
the 13 is included in the 30.
No, it's not. It's 30 and then 13. Come on, you could do this.
And your proudest creation so far is
40.
Your proudest so far, Black World?
My proudest is Black World and my 5 adopted kids.
Ah.
Yeah.
And we love them too.
Yeah. But this is, you know what, Van, do you have to go?
Well, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna give them a little bit of Black World.
Oh, what? Look, I mean, I got the unlimited Zoom, so you know if you want to give.
Oh, look at you with the unlimited Zoom. Go ahead.
For those of y'all who want to hang on a little bit.
Look at you with the unlimited Zoom. That's what I'm talking about. Who's got the? See what happens when I stay up late. I get crazy. This is why nobody sees me past a certain hour. They're like, Dr. Berry, how come you're not?
This is what we
gonna do. Anything late at night?
You gonna read a little bit?
I'm gonna read a little bit. If you don't mind, if you allow me to.
I'm just real crazy. I'm gonna put music behind as you read.
Are you gonna play?
I'm gonna play. Why are you doing that?
Good. Woo!
So, ladies and gentlemen, here is a preview of Dr. Bertice Berry's 40-something book.
Yeah.
40-something book. She has them all. You can buy them all, and you already know Certainly just one of the greatest minds of our time. And I'm just so blessed to have her here in Savannah. She is a sociologist for real. For real.
Thank you.
26 years old?
I got my PhD at 26.
So did Martin Luther King.
No, he got it at 25. I was trying to keep up with him, actually. I was so upset when I didn't get mine at 25.
She's taught at the university level. She's, done it all. She has had a nationally syndicated show. That was before Oprah, right?
No, it was at the same time as Oprah.
See, and we have you right here in our community. And your hands, your encouragement, your footprints are all over the place. And we're just glad to have you as a part of our community.
Stop it. Thank you. Let me see where I'm going to start from. Okay. I'm going to start up here. In the beginning, some say that we walked to our watery grave. Some say that we became like the buzzards and flew away. I know the truth. I was at the place you call Ebo Landing. I was one of those who walked out onto that water. That day, so many, many rains ago, we could hear, taste, and even see the horrors that awaited us. We'd been ripped away from our homeland, and then for 3 long moons, I watched as men, women, children were beaten, raped, and sometimes thrown overboard. Many jumped and many more tried, but the ghost men were watching. We called them ghost men because they were not like the whites that we traded with back in our homeland. We believed that these men were without souls, for how else would they be able to do what they did to us? They took us from our families, our tribes, our land. They brought us to do the work that they could not. For planting and harvesting require a connection to the soil, and for that you need a soul. For 3 moons, the Akum, whom you know as sharks, swam close by the boat where we were held captive. They were not hungry. They had already feasted on the flesh of so many from our heavy laden boat. Even the Akum understood our pain, for they too were connected to the all, the source of life. We did not have to ask. They just swam alongside that boat with us and waited for the ones who jumped or got thrown. When they hit that water, the Akum bit into the place that gave the fastest death. The buzzards flew close by, ready to do their part of carrying the remains back to the land where we belonged, the place where we dropped our hearts. After some 3 moons at sea in the year I now know as 1803, we landed in the place called Georgia and were taken to the city of Savannah. Once there, we were weighed, measured, and found wanting by gods that were not our own. The ghost men could not commence to understand the depths of our pain, so they put us on a smaller boat and took us to where we would suffer for the rest of our days. I know this now, and I knew it then because the spirit voice within me told me so. Right then and there, I remembered the place I knew before my birth, and I cried, not in the tongue of my people, for we were many tribes. My soul cried forth in the language of its very being. I cried for my mama and for hers. I cried for my father and all the men who stood before my birth, and I cried for the ones I saw coming to these shores. I even cried for the white ghost men whom I improperly believed to be without a soul. I saw then that they too understood the spirit language, because one by one they jumped from that boat into the black muddy waters. The Akum who eaten the bodies and ended the suffering of the others were not of these rivers, but the Aguiyi, whom you call alligators, did come. Unlike the Akum, who made a silent pact with our brethren, the Aguiyi opened their long snouts and showed rows of angry fangs. Then they ripped the white men asunder as they screamed and fought helplessly, all the while looking to us, begging for improbable grace. In the blackness of the marsh, all screaming stopped and their bodies were dragged away. So again I spoke, this time in a whisper, and we all, every one of us, walked through that marshy water into the place that was waiting. Some call it heaven, Ike Elawigwe. I call it home, because I know that what I did not know back then, that wheresoever I wander, home is the place where my soul lives, breathes, and has its being. You, dear ones, will call it Black World, because for now, blackness is what you understand. Dear hearts, know this: the dead are not under the earth, for we have a pact with the living. I have been here for hundreds of years. I've seen much and have experienced great sorrow. I was there each time Frederick Douglass was whipped, and I was with him when he escaped to freedom. I heard the cries of Isabella, who now goes by the name of Sojourner Truth. I saw the whip as it tore into the skin from her flesh, and I heard the cries when her boy was sold away. I stood on that race course during the weeping time down in Savannah, Georgia, when they sold 436 people from the only home they knew. I have seen so much pain and so much suffering, but one thing I know for certain, and two I know for sure, where there is pain, there is also power.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, Black World's coming your way is the newest iteration. We thank you for previewing it. And right now it is on pre-sale. And so you can go ahead and get yours. I've dropped it into the chat so you can have
Thank you, Dennis. Dennis's Black World is fired. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andre. Andre, thank you.
Andre, it was good to see you today as well. I saw Andre today, so I was happy about that. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much, Dr. Bertice Berry, for joining us. Thank you for being who you are.
I didn't care.
It is time for you to go.
Listen, Linda.
Straight
listen,
to
Linda.
sleep. And the only reason I asked you to sing was because we actually had another singer who was supposed to be here, but he was not available. So. See, Cecil, take your mama to bed. Cecil, get your mama, take her to bed. Everybody remember now. What were the 5 points?
In the morning, when I rise in the morning, when I rise in the morning, when I rise.
Dr. Berry?
Yes.
Straight
Yes,
to bed. Do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I will not.
Straight to bed. Can you do that for me?
Going straight to bed.
Can you do that for the human race, please?
Yes. It would be best. I find that it would be best.
She is way past, probably an hour and a half past it, so.
No, it is what? It is 9 o'clock. I'm like 3 hours past my bedtime.
All right, well, we need it for mankind. They're loving your ponytail.
I know, right? Thank you. Somebody asked me the other day, this was so precious. They were like, because for the longest after my head injury, I had to cut off my dreadlocks and my hair was this short. So somebody asked the other day, where were you hiding all of that hair?
Really?
And I was like, well, see, Black women have a button in our back. It's a knob, you just turn it and our hair come out. And they were like, really? And I was like, are you stupid?
See,
no, but we're just not close enough. I want this, that we know each other well enough to understand protective styles. I like that these are called protective styles.
That's
you
the
know
term.
what else is a protective style?
What? Uh-oh, here it comes.
This is also a protective style.
Is a protective style?
Don't act like you ain't seen me on Broughton.
I have not seen you on Broughton.
You have seen me on Broughton.
I have not seen you on Broughton.
Mm-hmm. I was a visitor to the city. I was not a tourist. I was a visitor.
See, you have my folks all upset.
This is what I'm saying.
They're laughing all over the place.
This is what I'm saying. They know. They know. They know the truth. And when you know the truth, you got to ride with it. Oh, he touched me. Oh, he touched me. And all the joy that flooded my soul. Something happened. And now I no. Ooh, touch me.
I cannot with you. Dr. Berry, go to sleep. For mankind's sake, please.
Was it
Thank
River
you.
Street? Was it River Street?
Next
Was it Bay
time,
Street? Was it Bay
next
Street?
time, we're gonna do this at 3:00. We're just gonna tape it.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me.
We
This is
just
the part that killed me when people act like what? Hmm? Hmm? I don't know what you're doing. Did you know that Tina Turner made her own wigs?
really?
Yes, she did. She made her wigs.
You know she's like 82 years old?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Mm-hmm.
Let us go before she starts singing Proud Mary.
And
All
I'm
right.
gonna be 82 if the Lord say so. If the Lord say so, I'm gonna be rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. You don't hear me, man. I'm gonna be rolling. I said rolling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Friday Night Live. Dr.
Thank you, Mayor, for
Berry,
inviting me. Thank all of you for joining in and for
she's
being
left the
here and for
building
being a
and
part
she's
of
going
this
to sleep.
beautiful, beautiful community. You are literally really making a difference and holding up the sky. Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave now with a Negro spiritual.
Thank you. We love you. Go to sleep. I'll talk to you in the morning if the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise.
If the Lord say so. Love you, Mayor. I love
Love you
all
too.
of you. Thank you so much. I love
Good night,
you.
everybody.